Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby. I'm the co-host, James Mason. Good morning, James. How are you doing today?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well also.
Nice. Yeah.
Don't need to say it, but we will. Not a whole lot going on in the market.
Nope.
Unless you're into crypto.
Nope. That's why I have a fingernail appointment right after the show. Ilana's going to paint my fingernails for me.
To match your toenails, I hope.
Mm-hmm. She's been all about painting toenails, fingernails, and everything. She painted Maggie's the other day, and Maggie showed me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It looked like she dipped Maggie's fingers, the tip of her fingers, like into the stuff. But
You should probably put a sign out front. Nail salon by Ilana.
She's not the best, but she'll do the work, And beggars can't be chooser in this labor market.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in this labor market, if you got someone who's just willing to do the work, you have to work with them.
Mm-hmm. So why not? Slow market, might as well get my nails painted.
There you go. I'm looking forward to seeing that tomorrow morning then. Oh, you thought you were just going to talk about it and then just like magically not show us the artwork that she's going to perform?
I ain't going out in public like that.
It's just you and I, buddy.
I got a life outside this damn show. But yeah, man. Other than that,
did you see my bear call out on Luna?
Mm-hmm. And Luna getting hammered. It is unreal. The crypto market is just getting slaughtered. I mean,
and obviously I can make fun of it because I don't have a freaking dime in crypto. I do have a couple of friends who are heavy. I mean, like $500,000 heavy, and I have not talked to them. I don't even want to call them because like the crypto market is just getting destroyed right now.
Like, I don't even know what to say about it. Like Luna is probably, off the top of my head, Luna is the worst loss in it is a ticker, but like it's not a stock. In any trading financial instrument that I've ever seen in my career. And let me just share the chart. Like it's crazy. This is the daily chart for Luna. So we can see that, just a few days ago it was at $83. And now it's at 2 cents.
When we talk about this shit's going to zero, this is what we're talking about.
This is zero. Man.
Those guys at the top, they're not even gonna get a fucking piece of paper. I'm sorry, they're not even gonna get a piece of paper to hang on their wall and say they bought into this.
No, they jumping out the window.
Yeah,
man. I'm just looking at this chart just in amazement. I can't stop laughing. I don't know why.
Well, I feel bad for the people that they got toast in there. I mean,
like, what do you say about it? Like,
average down.
Oh my god, dude!
I hope there's no one listening to us right now going, "Those mother effers."
Yeah, they're like,
fun of me. I'm bankrupt. I can't explain this to my family. We have to sell the house, and they're laughing about it on their show.
Yeah, like I can't explain it to anyone either. Like, thank God I'm not in it. But Jesus, like, how do you go from $83 to 2 cents? I mean,
yeah,
this is insane. And this shit is 24/7. That's what's scary about this. At least with stocks, equities, and shit like that, at least there's a moment when it cuts off and you can step away from it you might still stress out, but you can step away from it. Man, the crypto market is 24/7. I mean, you could wake up one morning and your life has changed.
Example on the screen.
Mm-hmm. But man, so also kind of like in relatable news, hell, you know what? I'm going to show Coinbase. We're talking about Coinbase.
Yeah, we were talking about Coinbase earlier.
All right, this Coinbase on the daily chart, ticker COIN. They had earnings, and their CEO, well, they had crap earnings. I mean, and then their CEO. Well, let me step back a second, or back this up. Okay, so they had earnings in their filings. They put a disclaimer in there talking about how if let me turn this shit off right here. All right. That if they go into bankruptcy, their clients' assets within their wallets could become company property. So basically, you lose all your money while they're going through bankruptcy, and you're screwed. Then the CEO turns around and tries to say, "Hey, there's no risk of us going into bankruptcy." Well, this is how the world works. One, Coinbase is not a small startup fintech. We already know that. Multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, hell, their market cap is 11.6 billion right now, even after getting beat down. They have the best attorneys in the world. They just didn't put this clause or disclaimer or whatever in the filings just because it was just Tom or whatever. When stuff like that happens, it's because there has been that conversation of concern that took place, and some attorney said, "Oh crap, maybe we should put this in the filing to cover our ass," and I guess that's what they did. But for the CEO to come out and say there's no risk of us going into bankruptcy, in my opinion, I believe that's complete horse crap. And like I just said, they put that in there because it was a true topic of conversation. That's the only possible reason why. And well, it's causing mass panic with their account holders. And I can't blame them.
Well, the reality is that they have to say that because it's a possibility. I remember when I coached for a high school for 20 years, I had to have an annual or a preseason meeting, and we had to talk about the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is a kid could die from the sport. And I would say that out loud, and people go, don't think it. I've never had anyone die, but like I've been told I have to say this to you. And
do you look the parents in the eyes and tell them, look at your kids right now, and then look to the kids left and right of them. You could be going to their funeral in a couple of weeks.
Almost to that tone and exact sentiment. Oh my gosh.
All right. But man, like, yeah, talking about Coinbase and CEO, I don't know. Something's weird there. And it honestly, what irks me about it is, man, I waited 2 months for them to get their documentation released for their developer stuff for StockCast show. And if they're starting to have financial issues like this, oh my word. I'm glad that how we're structured, that it won't pull us down in any way. It just, it's just a little bump in the road, a little time delay on our end. So that's what's cool on our end overall. But man, this crypto market is scary. I'm not going to lie. And I know people be like, oh no, you're saying it's scary because you don't understand it. Well, guess what? Apparently y'all asses don't understand it either. I mean, If we're gonna be honest here, hey, dog eat dog world, I guess. So, man, the crypto market is the hot topic of conversation, and I don't trade any of it.
So I
Not
guess
because,
the reality is that if you were using an analogy of the bank, that if a bank
Mhm.
was to file bankruptcy, all my bank deposits would become assets of the bank, and I would lose them. No wonder there's going to be a screaming rush to pull out of Coinbase.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, like why would you keep your money there? Why would you keep your crypto there? I wouldn't.
No, I mean, the whole crypto thing's weird because we the safest place to put it is on a little thumb drive and not lose it. But people lose those thumb drives. They
Mm-hmm.
lose their hard drives.
Yeah.
And it's gone. It's just that to me is like,
I mean, also too, kind of let's, like trying to bring this back into like what we specialize in for our own personal portfolios. Um, how much influence does this have on the just overall broad market? Like equities. I mean, we can watch Bitcoin and see that it almost mirrors the S&P 500. And with so much money flowing out of crypto, what is that doing to the normal stock market in general? What's to come of it all in the end? I mean, think about it. Let's just say you have an institution who has X amount of their portfolio in equities because it's literally the market. But then they started allocating over the last few years a significant percentage of their portfolios into crypto because really crypto is the future. Well, so they say. I mean, it looks pretty bleak right now at the moment, but um, overall, it's still the future, I guess. Maybe not Luna, but something else. But imagine being an institution, and they have significant positions in XYZ company, bullish positions of shares, a ton of shares, but their crypto portfolio gets liquidated because they hit a margin call for getting their ass handed to them. Well, that's going to trigger a chain of events from them getting a margin call on the crypto side because it's going to roll over into the equity side and start selling off everything else. And that's actually how you get crashes to happen in the market. But we're in this financial world now to where it's not just the equity side of it, just like normal company stuff that happens to cause a crash. It's not. I mean, it's not just like the housing market. It's everything. I mean, I know that sounds obvious, but what I mean by that is it's literally everything now. You literally have all these little categories in the finance sector now, including crypto, that any one of them, if any one of them implodes, it starts pulling everything else down with it. And when one implodes, it causes another to implode, and it's like a snowball effect. And it just keeps popping and popping and popping. And do you guys know how like a short squeeze works? When one account pops, it'll push a stock up. But then if that causes another account to pop, it'll push it up. Then it just accelerates. And you see those black swans happen where it'll go straight up on the chart. That's because so many accounts are popping and
at the same time, all at the same time.
Exactly. Imagine an inverse of that. That's what we're talking about right here. And that's a full-blown market crash. And you just have so many other categories of finance that everything is so intertwined that one of them can kick off the chain of events to pull everything down. And that's what's scary about all of it.
I mentioned this yesterday that I was hoping that this downslide of crypto, people would pull their crypto and get back into the retail equities market. Now, that's still a possibility, But now when they have a new bundle of money to work with, pretty sure it's not going back into crypto.
No,
At least not anytime soon.
they should put it in POAI.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not financial advice. I'm just saying.
if you had an extra $50,000 laying around, buy POAI to 69 cents, and
hey, no matter what anybody says, POAI is better than the crypto Luna. Just saying.
Yeah.
There's people in Luna at $83 would have been looking down and frowning on POAI, calling us peasants. And look who's the peasant now, picking their pennies up off the floor. Let's see. Well, I'm running through the comments. Man, y'all know it's a flat day in the market if we're talking about some crypto.
Shit, no kidding. No kidding.
Man, all right, so the Dow futures are actually, man, let me just look at the chart real quick. We'll just look at the SPY.
SPY's only down in 260.
That's not that bad compared to.
I set you up for that one.
SPY is playing around on a lot of different little supports at the moment. I mean, we can see it right here in this daily chart with all these damn lines. I mean, SPY ain't looking too hot. The last that I looked at the eye yesterday, it actually showed that all of the wells covered on their bearish position, or not positions, for the wells that we track, at least. That's not to say that they won't go short again. And again, that was about at lunchtime when I last looked. So let's see what they do today, what they're feeling. And I don't know. Like, just looking at this chart for the SPY, man, this just looks like straight doom for me. You know, if we break below this 390 range, well, we are below it. We're right on it, actually. But if it just like actually wants to stay down and actually break and commit to it, man, this thing could scream down to 350. Not in a day, obviously. I know some,
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Some like not. I'm not trying to be condescending and make fun of people, but some people think when I do say something like that meaning that it's going to happen that day or in a day. That's not true. But yeah, so Todd, that's all I have for today. I mean,
we're less than 10 minutes of the market. So amazingly enough, we took 20 minutes and didn't talk about anything.
Well, a lot of words for nothing.
No, I think the crypto conversation was good, honestly. So, as we say, be smart, be safe, protect your capital.
Yeah, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Take care.